You know that phone in your pocket? Well, it's got a pretty wild hidden history.
Yeah, it's basically a supercomputer. But have you ever thought about how it got that way?
Turns out, it all comes down to three random things that happen on the exact same day. So let's dive into December 6th and see how this all connects.
A failed rocket, a math genius, and a lawsuit. Totally unrelated, right?
Well, let's start in 1957, right in the middle of the space race. Things got explosive.
Just 2 months after Sputnik, the US rushed to launch its own satellite, the Vanguard TV-3.
It barely got off the ground before boom, a total and very public disaster. The press had a field day with this one. But that failure, it actually changed everything. All that new funding and focus gave us NASA, successful satellites, and eventually GPS. Okay, now let's jump way back to 1907 for the invisible engine behind all computers. This is J. Barclay Rosser. He didn't build any hardware, but his ideas are in your phone. He was a pioneer in mathematical logic, basically the fundamental rules for how computers think. That logic is the smart in smartphone. It's why your apps run and your OS works. All right, let's zip forward to 1999, right when digital music was starting to explode. And on December 6th, the music industry dropped a massive lawsuit on Napster. Game on. That legal fight blew up the old model and directly led to the streaming world we live in now. So, a failed rocket, a logician, and a lawsuit. How does this connect to your phone? Well, that rocket gave us GPS. The logic, that's your OS. And Napster, that's why you stream music. It's pretty amazing. All these separate stories are literally woven into the tech in your pocket. So yeah, your phone's like a museum, built on failures and some really wild connections. Kind of makes you think, right? What history are we creating with the tech we're using right now?